Stedman. In this video I'll be teaching you how to crochet this beautiful summer cardigan. It's very easy to do. It's the same stitch of last week's summer shawl that I showed you for Mother's Day gift idea. If you don't see that video, I will leave the link in here. It's very easy and fast to do. And you only need 2 balls of yarn. It's very economic. So I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And here is the listing material you're gonna need to make. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell. That way you get a notification each time I publish a video. Remember, I publish them in Spanish and English. So if you get a Spanish video, look for the English version. That will be there. They always come out at the same time at 8 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. To make this summer cardigan, I'm gonna use this yarn. This is the same type of yarn that I used last week for my shawl. I mentioned that I wanted to do a cardigan with this yarn because here in Canada, if you are living in Canada, you will know that you don't find a lot of nice cotton yarn. It's very limited. So this one have tons of cotton in it. So it's perfect for the summer. You can make any summer piece with this. They are Lion brand shawl and a ball. And they are 61% cotton, 34% acrylic, and 5% other fibers. They have 150 grams, medium 4, and the color is Lotus Blossom. And the number of the color is 304. I have 2 balls of this yarn. I don't know exactly the amount of yarn that I'm gonna use because as I work, my ideas go, flourish. And I don't know the length that I'm gonna give to my cardigan. I don't know yet if I'm gonna do sleeves, but I will give you a little note. I leave a note in here, and you will see the amount of yarn that I'm gonna use once I know at the end. Okay. So the crochet hook is 4.5 millimeters. You're gonna need tapestry needle and scissor. And if you like to do with button, you can with button, or you can do 2 chain in each side and tie it in the front, or you can leave it just open. It's up to you. So last week I did my beautiful shawl in the same yarn, different color, and this is exactly the same motif that we're gonna do for the cardigan. So I want to explain a little bit what I'm gonna do for mine. I'm gonna make just 1 piece, and then once I get to the length until under the arm, I will divide the piece in 3, 2 for the front and 1 for the back. So for mine, I'm gonna do 4 motifs for the back and 2 for each front. So that will be 8 motifs. I have 5 here, and that was 112 chain plus 4 to turn your work around. So if you're gonna do this with 8 motifs, you will have to chain 178. Now if you want this for a medium size and you want 3 motifs for the back and 2 for each front, that will be 7 motifs. You will do a chain 156 plus 4 to turn your work around. Now if you want this bigger than mine, remember you have to add 22 chain to each motif. So 22, 22, 22, and you have to add to the front and the back. Okay. And if you want this just a little bit bigger than mine, you can use a 5.5 crochet hook, and the motifs will be bigger and they will be a little bit more loose. So I wanted to explain that before we start. So I'm gonna do a chain of 178 plus 4 for mine. I pull out the yarn from the center of the ball. So this is a beautiful dark color. I'm gonna do a slip knot. I'm gonna start creating my chain of 178, and then after that I had to do 4 more to turn my work around. So I'll measure here when I have my 178. Here I have my 178 chain. Now I'm gonna do my 4 chain to turn and work around. So I'm gonna leave the last one outside my nail right there, and I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yarn over twice. I'm gonna slide my finger to the next one, and in the next one you're gonna go, if you want you can count 6 chain, so you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the 6th you're gonna do a treble crochet. Chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yarn over twice. You're gonna count 10 chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you're gonna do a triple crochet. Now you're gonna chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over twice, and a double treble crochet in the next space. If sometime I mention double crochet is a treble crochet, that is that I'm recording in Spanish, and in Spanish a treble crochet is a double crochet. So again you're gonna chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and you're gonna count again 10 chains space, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And in number 10, repeat the number twice, you're gonna do a treble crochet, and over twice, and another treble crochet in the next chain space. So if you seen the video from last week and you did the shawl, you are familiar with this stitch, so you can work just design until the length that you want, until under the arm, and then you will forward the video and we meet there. Or if you don't see that video and you want to do a shawl, I will leave the link here, or you can continue watching my explanation. So here is my 24 stitches. After this one you're only gonna use 22 for each motif, because you see I already done the 2 treble for the next motif, and here at the end of this one is the 2 that you need for the next one, these 2. So that's only 22 that you need for the next one. So now you're going to chain 8 again and create the motif in the center. Again you're going to chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yarn over twice. You're going to count 10 chain space. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is the most difficult part of the entire piece. You have to find the chain number 10 and don't lose it in the process. So you're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over twice. In the next chain space you're going to do another treble crochet. Chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yarn over twice, and then 10 chains. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You're going to do a treble crochet and another treble crochet and then a chain space. And this is the repetition that you're going to do in this row. You're going to end up, if you're doing exactly the same size as me, with 8 at this space. I finished with 2 treble, so I started with 2 treble and I finished with 2. Okay, So now you're going to chain 4, turn your work around, and you're going to do yarn over twice, and you're going to do another treble on top of this treble. So in the second row of the shawl, I chain 7, but I work very loose, and with the chain of 7, the chain get it's a little loose in either side at the motif at the center. So now I'm gonna chain 6. That's the only thing different that I'm gonna do from the shawl. So I'm gonna chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yarn over twice, and inside this chain of 5 you're going to do 8 treble crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yarn over twice. You're going to come here, top of this treble, you're going to do a treble crochet, yarn over twice, another treble crochet, and the next treble crochet. And like that you finish your first motif like that at the second row. So that's the repetition that you're going to do in row number 2. So I'll show you one more time. I'm going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yarn over twice, and make sure that this is not twisted. You know that sometimes you're working and this will twist. Make sure that it's not twisted, otherwise it will be a waste of time. You have to come back again and do that part. So you're gonna do your 8 treble crochet, and I noticed that this yarn and some part is a little bit thicker than other. I don't have that with the other 2 ball of yarn that I use for the shawl. You see, and here these 4 stitches are a little thicker than these ones here. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yarn over twice, and you're going to do 2 treble crochet, and here 1 and 2. Like that you're going to continue all the way to the end doing this repetition. And this is row number 2. I will meet you here to show you how you're going to do row number 3. I finished row number 2 with the treble crochet and top of the 4th chain. Now again we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn your work around. And you think that 178 chain is really, you know, like a very long chain, but it's not. Once you start working the design, is, you see, it's not that long. Yarn over twice, another treble crochet, and top of that treble crochet. Now you're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yarn over twice, you're going to do a treble crochet and top of the first treble crochet. you're going to chain 1, yarn over twice, another treble crochet, and the next treble crochet, chain 1, and another treble crochet. Like that, you're going to continue in this row. You're going to have your a treble crochet with a chain 1 in between. Chain 1, chain 1, and the last treble crochet. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, yarn over twice, and you're going to do a treble crochet on top of each treble crochet. And that's the repetition that you're going to do in row number 3, like that. So I'm going to show you one more time. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, yarn over twice, a treble crochet on top of the first treble crochet, chain 1, another treble crochet, and the next one, chain 1, chain 1, chain 1, another treble, chain 1, and the last one. Now you're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over twice, and you're going to do a treble crochet on top of each treble crochet. And like that. You're going to continue with this repetition until the end, and then after that we're going to do row number 4, and that will be the last row of the motif, and then after row number 4 we start all over again with row number 1. So it's very easy stitch. I finished row number 3. Now for row number 4, you're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn your work around, yarn over twice, and a treble crochet on top of that treble crochet. Now you're going to chain 2, yarn over twice, and you're going to do a treble crochet on top of the first treble crochet, yarn over twice, a treble crochet, and the chain space. And that's what you're going to do in this motif. Treble crochet on top of each treble, and a treble crochet in each chain space. Make sure that you don't miss a chain space, because that happened to me before. So in my shawl, it's easy to miss one. So you're going to end up with 15 treble crochet in this motif. treble and my last chain space, and the last one. Again, you're going to chain 2, yarn over twice, and you're going to do 1 treble crochet and each treble crochet in here. And like that is row number 4, and that's the repetition that you're going to do in this row, and those 4 rows is what you're going to do each time. So in the next row you start again with row 1 to 4 and then 1 to 4 and so on. So I'll show you one more time and the next motif. Again, you're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, yarn over twice, and you're going to do a treble on the first treble and a treble on each chain space. Another one on top of a treble and another treble in the chain space, and you want to end up with 15 treble crochet. So I have to do a little piece, undo a little piece, because I skipped one stitch in here, and when I was working in there I realized that I skipped a stitch, so I have to frog a little piece and start all over again in that one, from that one. And coincidence that that's the one that I was recording in English, so I have to crop it a little bit. It's easy to skip a stitch if you're not paying attention. I'm gonna do the last treble, and again chain 2, yarn over twice, and 1 treble crochet on top of each treble crochet in here. So you're going to continue with a repetition all the way to the end of this row, and then in the next row we're going to start all over again with row number 1, and look how nice that looks. Once you finish row number 4, they will look like this. So now we're going to start with the repetition of row 1. You're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn your work around, yarn over twice, and you're going to do a treble on top of that treble. Chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yarn over twice, and this time we don't have the chains to guide ourselves. It's easier now. You're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Between 7 and 8 you're going to do a treble crochet. You're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over twice, and you go to the next space that will be between 8 and 9 at the top. You do your treble. Chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yarn over twice, and you're gonna come here and you're gonna do a treble crochet on top of each treble crochet, and that's the repetition that you're gonna do in this row. I like to go right on the top. And like that you finish the repetition of row 1 and here. So I'm gonna finish this row, and in the way back I will show you how to do row number 2, 3 and 4 again, just to make sure that you know what you're doing, okay? So it's the same repetition. You're gonna chain 8, you're gonna count 7, and between 7 and 8 you're gonna do a treble, chain 5, another treble, chain 8 and 2 treble crochet. I finished the repetition of row 1. Now for the repetition of row 2, you always want to start with the chain of 4 each row and a treble crochet. Now you're going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, yarn over twice, and then in the chain 5 space you're going to do a treble crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now you're going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, yarn over twice, and you're going to do the 2 treble crochet. And that's the repetition that you're going to do for this row. That's the repetition of row 2, and then I will show you row 3 and 4, and from there you can take it all the way until the length that you want for yours, until under there, before you start dividing the front and back. Once you do your 2, you start with a chain of 4 and a treble crochet, and then you're gonna chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, yarn over twice, you're gonna do a treble crochet on top of the first treble crochet. You're gonna chain 1, a treble crochet in the next treble crochet, chain 1, another treble crochet, chain 1, a treble crochet, it is very easy to follow this pattern because it's only the repetition of those 4 rows, and it's nothing hard about it. The last treble. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with the chain 1 space in between. 1, 2, 3 and 4, yarn over twice and 2 treble crochet. 1 and 2. And then you're going to continue, and I will show you the repetition of row 4, and from there you can continue those repetitions until you have the length until under there. I finished the repetition of row 3, row 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yarn over twice, treble crochet, chain 2, yarn over twice, a treble crochet on top of the first one, yarn over twice, a treble crochet in the chain space, yarn over twice, treble crochet and top of treble crochet, and the chain space, and like that you're going to continue until you have your 15 treble crochet, and then you'll chain 2 and do a treble crochet on top of each treble crochet in here, and that is the repetition that you're going to continue all the way to the end. Once you finish, you go back again to repetition of row 1. That is the repetition that I did here. You're going to chain 4, do a treble crochet, chain 8, you're going to count 7, between 7 and 8 you're going to do a treble crochet, you're going to chain 5, and then you're going to do a treble crochet in the next space, chain 8 and 2 treble crochet, and then the repetition that I finished the so second far. Motif. So I hold it here, see, all done, all the same. I love this yarn, how changed the color, it's beautiful. So now you're going to continue working like I mentioned before until you have the length until under your arm. You can have it as long as you like, and then after that I will show you how you're going to separate the front and back, and it's really easy. What you have to follow is what I already explained, those 4 rows. If you have any doubt on how to continue, you just go back to any at the beginning of this motif and start all over again for the next one. So it's really easy. You just have to start in here with the chain of 4, a treble, and then you chain 8, you count 7, between 7 and 8 you do a treble, you do a 5 chain, and in the next space between 8 and 9 you do a treble and then a chain, and again do 2 treble crochet. That's the repetition at this row. So it's really easy. So I will meet you here later when I have the length that I want for mine. Here I have the length that I want until under my arm, where I'm gonna separate the front and back, and I done 7 motifs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 complete, and I measured 24 inches or 61 centimeters, and I just almost done with my first ball of yarn, so I'm gonna need the second one to continue with the top of the cardigan. Now we're gonna separate the first front, so you're gonna start again your stitches. It's the repetition of row 1, 1, 2, 3 and 4, yarn over twice, a treble crochet, and then we're gonna do the repetition of row 1 until this treble crochet in here. Okay, and these 2 motifs are gonna be for the front. So you're gonna chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, yarn over twice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 7 and 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over twice, go to the next space, and then now you're going to chain 8. You're going to do the 2 treble crochet, chain 8, and then you're going to do the stitches in the center here, and chain 8 and 1 treble crochet on top of this treble crochet. This one in here will be for the back of the piece. I finished with the first row. Now I'm gonna chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. I'm gonna turn my work around and I'm gonna work on those 2 motifs. So now I had to do row 2, and the separation between the treble crochet is a chain of 6, so I had to chain 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yarn over twice, and I'm gonna work my 8 treble crochet inside the 5 chain space. So you're gonna continue with the repetition of row 2. So at the end of these 8 treble crochet, you have to chain 6 and do 2 treble crochet, chain 6, 8 treble crochet, chain 6, and 2 treble crochet. So I will show you how you're going to finish the next row, and here, and I start at the repetition of the last row of the motif. I finished the repetition of row 2. Now I start row 3. I did my chain 4. I had to do a treble crochet, chain 4, the 8 treble crochet with a chain space in between, chain 4, the 2 treble crochet, chain 4, the 8 treble crochet with a chain space in between, and then I will meet you here to show you how you're going to finish this row and start the next one. So I chain 4 now. I'm going to do yarn over twice, and I'm going to come here, and from the bottom up I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, and in chain number 4 I'm going to do my treble crochet, and like that I finish that row. So now again for the next row, row number 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4 chain, and then you're going to turn your work around. You need 2 chain for separation, 1 and 2, yarn over twice, and now you're going to do a treble crochet in top of each treble crochet and a treble in each chain space. And that's the repetition that you're going to do in one more motif to see if that's the width for the opening of your arm. Okay, so I will show you. See, they started to take shape, the opening for your arm or your sleeve. So I finished the first motif, and it will look like this. And now you're going to do the repetition at this motif just until here, and then when you finish this next row, you're going to count in here 1, 2, 3, and in number 4 you're going to do your treble crochet, okay, to finish this row, and then turn your work around with the repetition that I show you for this one in here. So I finished the second motif, and in here measure 21 centimeters. So in here I'm going to cut the yarn, and I don't want to finish this one in here just in case when I do the back. I'm going to leave it waiting here just in case when I do the back and I start putting together the back and the front, see if the opening for the arm is big enough for my sleeve. Okay, so now we're going to start with the back. Now I'm going to start with the back, and we're going to work in these 4 motifs, or 3 if you do yours with 3. You're going to start in here, in this, on top of this stitch, until this one here. You're going to leave these 2 motifs and that treble crochet in here for the front. So the color in here, I'm going to try to match just the front color, not the back. That is exactly the same because I don't want to have enough of the same color to do the front and the back exactly the same. No matter if the back is a darker color, the important thing is that I will try to match the same color for the front, the lighter color and the purple color, because I don't want to have enough to do all the top the same color. So I will find the color in here, you see, to do the front. I start to the outside to do this side, and I will continue with this color in the back. No matter if the back is darker, the important thing is that the front look almost the same shade. So you're going to do the repetition of these 2 rows in here, and you're going to start with a slip stitch here and chain 4, and then you're going to start with repetition of row 1 until here. You're going to finish with a treble crochet, and then the next row you will chain 4 plus 6. That is the repetition that I show you here, a repetition of 2, coming back from this side with only one of this stitch. The only difference between this one and the back is that you're going to have only one stitch in here and one in the other side. And you have to start working from this side to the left, because that's where we start until here, and then you're going to continue with the stitch exactly the same. I'm going to show you how you're going to start the first row here, just in case you're a beginner. I'm going to do a slip knot, and I'm going to come here on top of this treble crochet. I'm going to pass that loop, and that loop will be my first chain. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to start with row 1, so you'll have to do a chain of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yarn over twice, and you're going to count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and number 7. You're going to do your treble, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over twice, and the next space you do your treble, and now you have to chain 8 and continue. And the way back, when you finish the next row, you'll count here, always count from the first one up. You're going to count 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth chain you're going to do your treble crochet. It's easier to count from the bottom up, your 4 chain, and like that you're going to continue with a repetition as I show you in this one. So here I have 1, 2, 3, my first row of the 4 motif, and I will show you one more time how you're going to turn your work around in here. So you have to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the separation for the next row is 6, so you will do 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and you're going to turn your work around, and you're going to do your 8 treble crochet in here, and you're going to continue with the repetition until you get to the last one, that you're going to count 4 chain from the bottom up and do your treble crochet here at the end. So when you start the next row, you will chain 4 and 4 for separation and start with a stitch, and then the row after that you will chain 4 and 2 for separation from here to the other side. I finished the back. Now I'm gonna attach the back to the front, plus I need to do a few chains to give more space for my sleeve. So what I'm gonna do in here, and you can do the finish in the top, whichever way you like. For mine, I'm gonna try to do it as easy as I can. And here, this is the last treble crochet from the back. I'm gonna chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I'm gonna come here to the front, and I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, and then number 4. I'm gonna do a single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm gonna go to the one in the back, make sure that it's not twisted. I'm gonna leave 1, and in the next space I'm gonna do the next a single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm gonna come to the second one in here. You see, if I do it in the side in here, it will be you see, and here look like I left 2, but I really left 1. I did this one on top of this one. So for this one, you have to go to the center of the stitch, right on top of that stitch, of the second one. Then you single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You go to the back, and this time you're going to count 1, 2, 3, and then number 4. You're going to do a single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, and then number 4. You're going to do a single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to count 1, 2, 3 again, and 4, single crochet, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, a single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to come here and you're going to leave 1, the last one in here, you see, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you come to this one and do the 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to go to the treble crochet and here, and you're going to do single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you're going to come here to this treble crochet in the front, and you're going to do a single crochet. If you like, you can leave it like that until there, or you can do 1, 2, 3, and 4, and go to the first treble in here of the motif and do a single crochet. That way is not that loose in here, and then you can chain 1, cut the yarn and lose the tail, and it will be like this for the shoulder, you see. If you like, you can do less chain space, depending on the size of the opening for the sleeve, or you can do more, depend if you have a little bit bigger arms and this is too small, or you can do a complete motif in the front and back for a bigger size. So you're gonna leave this in the front and here, you see, for the color. And I'm gonna cut the yarn here, but I don't gonna lose the tail just in case I need to change something in here. I'm gonna leave the tail long enough for, see if I have to do more chain or less chain. It's better to have a little bit extra. So if you have a different way to finish this up, you can do it, you know, differently. But for mine, I'm gonna do it like that. So in here, I left a tail long enough just in case. Let me pull this a little bit bigger, that loop, and I will leave it like that. And in this one in the front, I just had to lose this one because I don't have to do anything else in the front. And now what I'm gonna do is, in my yarn winder, I'm gonna wind this yarn until I get to the color that I want in here for the front, because I'm trying to match the front. See, half of this motif is a lighter pink and this one is more like the purple color. But if you're working with a yarn that where it is one color, it will be easier because you don't have to match the front. But I'm trying to do that way it don't look weird with one front, one color, and then the other one a darker color. Now I'm going to work in this side, and I don't want to show you in camera how you're going to do it because it's exactly the same as we done the other two pieces. You're going to start like you start at the back from this treble crochet in here. You're going to start with a chain of 4 and then a chain 8. Create the stitch in the center for the repetition of row 1. Chain 8, the 2 treble, chain 8, the stitch in the center, chain 8, the 2 treble at the end. Go back with repetition of row 2, exactly the same as we've done so far. You're going to do 2 motifs and then you're gonna attach the front and back exactly the same as this one, and then after we're gonna be working on the sleeves if you want to do a sleeve for you. I finished doing this side and I cut the yarn in here before I attach these two, because I want to use the same color that I use in this side for this one in here. So I have this one, I did a slip knot in here, and I will work in the 4th chain, the slip stitch here, and then I start working back and forth exactly the same as I show you in the other side, but with this color, that way both are the same. And then after that I'm gonna start working on the sleeves. So I finished one of my sleeves, and I did 3 of the motif in the round, and I did it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the length. So what I did for that one, and went here and open it under the arm, I still have to lose this tail here, and then these 2 treble crochet, you see that's the treble crochet that you separate one way for the front and then to continue the back. And here you're gonna start with a slip stitch and that treble there, and you're gonna chain 4, and then you're gonna do the other one and the one beside, and then you're gonna chain your 8, and you're gonna skip 1, 2, I think it was, let me count on the other side, you skip 1, 2, 3, yeah, 1, 2, and the third one here you're gonna do the first motif. So you're gonna do the treble crochet, chain 5, and a treble crochet, and then you're gonna skip 1, 2, 3, and then here again you're gonna do the treble crochet one beside each other, that will be this type in here, and then again you do your chain 8, and you're gonna come here. You see, this is where I did the shoulder that I attached together at the front and back, and the center here at this 4th chain you're gonna do the other motif. So you're gonna do a treble crochet, chain 5, and a treble crochet, and then you're gonna skip 1, 2 in here. Again you're gonna do the 2 treble crochet together, and then again in the other side, and here you're gonna do your other motif, and then you finish in here and the first chain 4 with a slip stitch, and then you work your design in the round, and you will do it for the length that you want yours. You can do it just with 2 motifs, 3, 4, or 5. I did mine with 5. Is a little bit long, is until here, but if I do 4 it was a little bit too short, so I decided to do one more, so I did it with 5. So it's very easy. So it's the same motif that we did for the body of the cardigan, we're gonna do for the sleeve. We're gonna start with a slip knot and create a loop. So what I did is I separated the colors of the yarn that I have left over from my second ball of yarn. So I started the sleeve with the dark green. So I separated the rest of the dark green. I cut the yarn and I left the rest of the green, and I did it in my wall winder. I created a little ball, and then for the rest I have in here, you see from the center out is the same color that I have here, to create the same color for the sleeve. That way I don't have to use a third ball. I already went to the store and bought another one just in case, but I don't think I'm gonna need this one for this cardigan. So you're gonna come here, and this is under the arm where you have the 2 treble crochet, and you're gonna come to this one, and I'm gonna pass right through that treble crochet to the other side. And I left that little loop big enough. That will be to create my first chain. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yarn over twice, you go to the next treble, and right in the center of the treble. And now, because we're going to be working in the round, you'll have to work your stitches in the center of the stitch. I went to this side, and here I went right in the center of the stitch and create the next stitch in the top. So now I'm going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You're going to skip this space and the second, and then you're going to go to the third one, yarn over twice, and you're going to go to inside a chain, and you're going to do a treble crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over twice, and the next chain space right beside that one. You're going to do the other treble crochet. Again, you're going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to skip 1, 2, and in the third space you're going to work. So I'm going to explain you just how to do this first row, because the rest you know what to do, the repetition of each row that you have to do for the motif. It's just to figure out where to place your stitches in here. So you're going to skip 1, 2, and then the third one here, yarn over twice. You're going to go to a chain space, and you're going to do a treble crochet, and chain twice, yarn over twice, and in the chain beside. Sometimes it's difficult to open the chain space. You're going to do your other treble. Again, you're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And you're going to come here to the center where you have the chain 4 for the shoulder, and you're going to do a treble crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over twice, and the next chain space you're going to do your other treble crochet, and you are right in the center of the shoulder of the piece. So you want to have a motif right on the top. Again, you're going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And you're going to skip 1, 2, and in the third one you're going to do your 2 treble crochet, one beside each other. So now you're going to chain 8, and again you're going to skip 1, 2, and in the third one here you're going to do the stitch exactly like this one, and then you're going to chain 8, and you're going to do a slip stitch and top of the fourth chain in here. After that you're going to chain 4, and then do the treble crochet beside that one, and then you're going to chain 6, and you're going to do the 8 stitches in the center. And like that you're going to continue working the repetition of the stitch that we've done so far. I don't want to explain you all the details because it's exactly the same what you've done so far, but you're doing it in the round, creating a slip stitch in here, and then chaining 4, and then continue with the design exactly the same as we work the body of the piece. So I think I explained enough the stitch for you to know by now what to do on the sleeve. So I'm going to do the other sleeve off camera, and then I will show you the end result. Well, this is the end result, and I love this piece. And I sew 3 buttons in here. I sew them in one side and between the 2 treble crochet, grabbing the 2 treble crochet, and in the other side I use them as the buttonhole. So show you the back. It's very easy and fast to make because the stitches are nice and long, and very economic because I only use 2 balls of yarn. So I hope you guys like it, and give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. If you make this piece and you want to send me some picture, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Estelman, or you can find me in my Instagram, Ruby Estelman Crochet. Please share my video with friends and family, that way you help me grow here. I wish you have a beautiful day.